There we go. All right. The problem solved themselves. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for the ice crew. So, hello, America and curling fans from Canada and Newfoundland. This is your host, Ryan Olson, bringing to you the latest coverage from the 2024 men's and women's MoPac Club Playdowns, presented by DoubleTakeout.com. We are focused on the men's tiebreaker between Team Raju of San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club and Team Hernandez of I'll double check that to be sure. I always want to be sure. It does appear that Raju is going first. That means Hernandez has the hammer to start.
But then we started coming back, but then just like the other team, just any mistakes we made, they just capitalized on.
So glad to have you guys with us. We're going to start this game kind of in a split focus. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in and want to make sure that you guys get the best coverage possible. I unfortunately am doing some late work. Unfortunately, my day job is not escapable. So I'm going to keep the focus on this split screen for the first part of the end, calling out some noticeable shots, and then I'll be back with you when I can. So these teams are in a tiebreaker. We had 4 pools of 4 teams, and so that meant that the top 2 teams from each field advanced to the playoff, except for there's the potential for tiebreakers. You can see the standings at bondspealer.com. So in A group, we had Team Stevens go undefeated, and then we had a tie between Team Cameron and Team Hernandez and Team Raju at 1 and 2. And so the bottom-most team was eliminated based on the draw to the button. And the other fields looked like there was no tiebreaker necessary. So this is the only tiebreaker in the field thus far. Team in the B pool, Team McBride was undefeated and is joined by Team Burnt with a 2-1 record. Same type of situation in the C group as Leclerc was undefeated, joined by Team Meyer, 2-1. The D bracket, or sorry, it's not a bracket, it's a pool. D pool was Team Tate going undefeated, joined by Fleming at 2-1. So this is the one that was the tie, and this team will advance to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning. We're going to let you guys know about the other games happening around the rings, including the women's game on sheet C. I do have to apologize for people that were anticipating seeing that game. Unfortunately, we wanted to try and present a balanced and competitive slate of broadcasts, and this men's tiebreaker was picked. Hopefully it's going to be a good game, and hopefully we'll be able to peek in on the women's game on sheet C as well. So rocks are definitely in play here. It's very loud in this warm room as people are socializing and enjoying their time. I am going to focus a bit on my work, so I'll try and keep an eye on the game in the meantime. So glad to have you guys with us, and stick around. So Hernandez with the yellow rock is hoping to make contact with the Raju red in the back and does so. Raju sitting 1 and buried here, as we are now to third rocks in the end.
there is Las Vegas currently. They're getting a dedicated facility here soon, and I asked them, hey, are you guys part of MoPac? At one point they were, but then they left, and then they moved
Sweepers are on it. Raju puts another red in the house, but it looks like there's a possible double for Hernandez to take on.
So it's funny because like when we tell people when they first start throwing, don't push out like you're skating because we've had some people like dislocate their
And Raju's third. Sorry, this is Hernandez's second, I believe, or third. Looking to move some of the reds around. They don't want to push the red further under the guards, though. And they did the double takeout. Good shot there from Hernandez's third. So now Raju's going to hit out the yellow Hernandez shot stone. It's looking like it's going to be a blank here in the first end.
Correct, before that hog line. Yeah. So, yeah, release it before.
It does wreck on the guards, and so now Hernandez is sitting one, and I think maybe looking for.
Yeah, so you can see.
They're looking to tap their yellow back. I wonder if they would maybe want to try and go around one of the corner guards on the wings there. So looking to tap their shot stone back. This looks to be a little wide for that. It might spill on the yellow. It's just a little bit heavy. And I don't know if the weight was right for that shot. So now Raju has the opportunity to again try and hit out that yellow shot stone from Hernandez.
When we went to Playdowns, was actually.
And this appears to be. I might be losing count of the stones. Okay, this is the third last for Team Raju. Let's see here. So I believe the shot was made and it rolls under cover. So now Hernandez is looking to go around the corner on the right side there.
Yeah, like it's very inconsistent.
Hopefully they're down, but have like just a little bit. Because like I think we're the bad ones, so we're gonna leave, watch the ball. And then if they win, then we take all the rest.
So actually, it looks like they're opting to draw around the center guards and the center rock in the rings. And it looks pretty good. Is it going to curl under enough? And the answer is no. So it appears that Raju has a hit to sits two, and really have Hernandez kind of chase here in the first end. So Raju is making his way to the hat for his first of two skip stones without the hammer. And And just looking to hit the yellow out. If it rolls to the right, that would be, I think, a really solid shot from Raju. And his shot's away. Looks a little wide. This is my first time seeing sheet B in action. It's coming back a bit. I think they're definitely sweeping to try and hold the line. Now they're trying to push it over. And it's going to make contact, and it's going to roll over to the right. It is a little buried under the high corner guard there.
It's pretty good.
I tried
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not like great, but yeah, you get food. It is hard. Sometimes it's hard. So as long as that's like good.
So now Hernandez makes his way to the hatch for his shots. His shot's away. It looks like they're going to try and take out that red. No, apologies. Looks like they're going to try and draw around the center again. This looks to be a little up weight, though. Let's see if it's going to stick around to the house. I don't think it's going to. So it's going to go around those red rock, or the singular red rock, and out of play. Raju sitting one now, and is in a position to put a second stone in and really force Hernandez to a single point here in this opening end of the tiebreaker. Winner advances to the quarterfinal. The loser is done with the event. So I mentioned the tiebreaker situation. What I didn't mention is that you can find all the scores from tonight's draw on bondspieler.com. They are our live score hosts, and we will be updating it as scores happen throughout the night, and that's at bondspieler.com. Raju's shot is away. I think looking to be in the top 8 foot of the house. I think looking for, definitely counting, but not so far deep that Hernandez can hit it for just a single point. But it does go deep. It does give Hernandez a target to hit, just for one though. And but Team Raju's done a really solid job to start this tiebreaker, as Hernandez is facing 3 with his last. So Hernandez gets set in the hat and is about to lose the stone. You guys can see what's happening. So looking to get in front of that red in the back 4, it does, and it's going to roll just a little bit further, but good enough for 1, and that is going to be a force for Raju, forcing Hernandez to a single point with a hammer, and so a good end for Raju, and we'll see what Raju can do with the hammer when we come back to the second end coverage of our tiebreaker from the 2024 MoPac Men's and Women's Club Playdowns, presented by DoubleTakeout.com. We'll be right back. Rocks in play. We're underway here in the second end. Team Raju forced Team Hernandez to a single point in the first end, but it does appear that Hernandez is turning up the pressure on Raju here in the second end. So it appears that Hernandez is still sitting 2 in the house. It's a pretty open. They're not fully covered, is I guess the best way to look at it. It does appear that Raju does have a path to address those 2 stones in the house.
One more? Yeah, we still see him around every once in a while. They did.
Looking to run back the guard onto the yellow. It does not. It does peel the guard away, though, and it does leave just 1 guard protecting the 2 yellows in the house, and it's a partial guard. So Hernandez is trying to improve the situation.
Just as we were, thank you so much. Thanks so much for volunteering.
So looking to put up a center guard here.
I don't know if it's current,
So it looks like Raj is going to double those 2 yellows out. Mission accomplished. So let's see here. Looks like they're trying to put the guard back up for Team Hernandez. And this one looks like it over curled a little bit. And so now Raju again has a bit of a path to the shot stones in the house. And this looks like it's going in a very interesting position. It does move some rocks around. Hit the guard on the right side. But it does open things up again some more for Raju, and Hernandez is going to respond by putting the guard back up. And I do have to say I am almost done with my day job for the day, thankfully, and so I will be able to return my full focus to this broadcast. I definitely appreciate you tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the seeing the games as they unfold. I'll definitely let you know how the other games are going as we continue to cover this event. And again, the live scores are posted on bondspieler.com. So Hernandez is looking to put up a guard. This is over curling, and it does cross the center line in front of the red guard and does not end up guarding much of anything. And so now Raju has the angle of attack on those shot stones. He could likely double those stones off and be sitting shot himself after it's all said and done. So looking to move the two Hernandez shot stones. This needs to come back. It's handing out wide. Is it going to make any contact at all? It does hit one of the yellows to the side of the house. Just hanging on to the edge of the 12-foot by the hair of his chinny chin chin. And looks like Hernandez is probably going to put the... if they want to force Raju to one, they could draw to the left side of the house. But as it is, it appears they're going to try and put the guard back up, this time allowing for a lot more ice. So more ice. It's coming back a little bit, but I don't know if there's enough weight. And with Hernandez sitting two, it's not going to be possible for Raju to blink the end, or not likely for Raju to blink the end. So perhaps that was a good call by Hernandez. So again, Raju just has to do a similar type of shot that he just threw, and so he probably has that in his back pocket at this point, especially because he does compete in mixed doubles. And here is the hammer, the last rock, second end. This looks pretty close, but they need to make sure it doesn't wreck on the guard. And it doesn't, as it goes past the guard and noses the yellow and sits for shot. So Raju forcing Hernandez to 1. Hernandez returns the favor by forcing Raju to 1. And Hernandez will have the hammer all square at 1 when we come back for the third end to the 2024 MoPac men's and women's mixed playdowns presented by doubletakeout.com. Rocks in play. We're underway here in the third end of the men's tiebreaker between Team Raju of San Francisco Bay Area and Team Hernandez. Let's go around the rings as part of trying to keep an eye on all the games in play. There are 3 women's games in play. The women are doing a full round robin in the 17th field, so that means each women's team will play 6 games before setting the playoff pool. And there's been some pretty interesting games so far. On sheet A, we have Team Feldman of Wine Country taking on Team Hashi from Hollywood. Hashi stole the first end, up 1-0. Sheet B is our feature game today, and we're all square at 1 between Raju of San Francisco and Hernandez of Orange County. Sheet C is a battle between the 2 top-ranked women's teams in the women's pool, or round-robin field. Team Aubrey of Coyotes taking on Team Blasty of San Francisco. Aubrey blinked the first end, and they we're scoreless after 1. On sheet D, we have Team Row of Coyotes taking on Team Juilliard of Coyotes. It's a Coyotes clash, and it's been all Grow so far, stealing the first and the second ends for a score of 3-0. So that brings you up to date on the scores. And again, you can find all the scores on bondspieler.com. And I hope to, with my remote camera, give some peeks in on some of these other games as they unfold. Now let's turn our focus, especially now that I'm done with work for the day. When I say for the day, I had to go back to work after this. Back to our feature game. Raju is asking his second to come around here. And comes around the center guard. Is it going to hang around? And the answer is no. So now Hernandez is looking to see what to do with their situation. And he's asking his second, I believe. No, it's his second. Yes, it's Alan Burns. Alan's starting his last here for the end. And this looks to, I think they were going to try and come around, but this is going to wreck on the guard and spin into the house on the right there. So it is shot, so it looks like Raju's going to make a play on it. And this is going to be Raju's second, I believe, or is it third? And this is his third. This would be Amar Masalma. Looking to hit out the yellow and stick around, and it does. So it is now Raju sitting 2, 1 buried, 1 to the wings. And so it looks like Hernandez is going to try and hit and roll. Asking his vice, Dan McCarthy, to see what he can do. So it'll be interesting to see how the rock moves down this path, just to see the curl of the rock. As Dan pushes out of the hat, he's a lefty. That's another factor to consider. Doing the clockwise rotation. This looks to be a little wide. I wonder if it's going to come back enough. And it just kisses the red. Hernandez is sweeping like the Dickens to make sure it gets out. And so this is Amar's last here for the end. And I think they're looking to draw around all the center stones to sit in the back of the house. It is behind the tee line, actually at the tee line. And so Hernandez, it is pretty open. as you can see from this overhead view. So I do believe that third Dan McCarthy is going to make a play on it. One thing that's interesting to note is that there hasn't been an extra end so far in this event, so it's been pretty fortunate. Which was not fortunate was that last shot. The yellow, just a little bit heavy, it pushes the red fully under the center rocks. And so now it's going to take a lot of work for Hernandez to get rid of that red and not a lot of time.
No, they called for a technical and then they kicked the rock back, so I don't know exactly what they were calling a technical for. It's as redneck as it sounds.
So they're cleaning the ice as Raju makes his way down the sheet. The shot's made. I think they're looking to just... they could be looking to take out the yellow. That would seem to be a pretty good call there. Raju gets set to push out of the hack. This is a hack. This is PN Raju, curling for 8 years, is a representative of Team India. Skipped the team to the B Division silver medal at the recently concluded Pan-Continental Championships. And again, looking to make contact on the yellow, and it's going to roll under the centers. Let's see here. It actually rolls next to the centers. So, looks like David Hernandez is trying to draw into the pile there. It's going to be a crucial shot. Again, we saw what happens if you're a little too heavy. So let's see what David Hernandez can do with his first here, with the hammer in the third. So I got about 13 seconds, hog to hog, and this is going to be heavy. And it's going to just kiss off of the red, and the shooter's going to roll to the back 12. And so 13 seconds hog to hog is fast for this ice. It definitely would not be near the tee line, and of course measuring the time between the hog lines. Looks like you probably needed a time closer to about 14 seconds there. And so it looks like Raju's going to throw his shot to be probably top 12, just kind of block off that draw path to the center of the house. So shot away, looking for it to be a guard, how it's slowing, how it's finishing. I could have thought he could have gone as far as actually biting the top of the house, but he didn't need to. And also, I just saw that yellow there that's at the bottom of the house, the back of the house. And so now Hernandez is faced with trying that draw again, this time about the same line, maybe just a little bit more ice, and he's going to give a little less speed, a little less weight, as it were. So this is David Hernandez's last. He's been curling since 2021. Since then, he's got a bevy of curling events on his resume, including the 2021 Southern California Curling Center Holiday Bonspiel. and concluding with the recent 2023 Arena Playdowns at the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. This is going to wreck on the red, so this is unfortunately a bit of a disaster for Team Hernandez. Yes, as the crowd knows, it's a bit of an understatement. Looks like it was a score of 3 or 4. We'll see what the score is posted when we come back to the 2024 MoPac Men's Club Playdowns presented by DoubleTakeout.com. And just a reminder about DoubleTakeout.com. The site is a weekly compendium of the top rankings of curling teams from around the world. Each week, Ken Pomeroy compiles the stats from competitive curling events and crunches the numbers to see which team comes out on top. And so you can see which team is number 1, which team is rising, which team is falling. That's all on DoubleTakeout.com.
I actually really liked it. I had maybe the most unhinged order. I got waffles.
So after trading singles back and forth, Raju puts up a crooked number with a steal, and Hernandez carries the hammer into the 4th end, coming home here, playing the 4th of 8 possible ends of regulation. Teams can choose to resign if the game is not going their way, as it happens from time to time. As we see the lead for Team Raju, Nelson Rogers kick out of the hack. Nelson's been curling for 9 years, was at the 2022 U.S. Curling College Nationals, finishing second or played second. I believe he was in second place. Also was the champion at the 2022 Silicon Valley Bonspiel in Fremont, California. His route slides into the top of the house. Was also a champion at the 2020 U.S. Curling 5 and Under Nationals in Wausau, Wisconsin. Was also a champion 3 times in 2018, 19, and 20 at the MoPac U18s. And it was also a champion at the 2020 Barrel Bonspiel in Roseville that's put on by our friends at the Wine Country Curling Club. We get to see the first stone coming for Hernandez's lead, and that would be Alec Mitchell, who's been curling since 2021. Looking to put up a corner guard, but this one looks to be going a little far. It's still cornery, but it's not covering a lot of the house. And so now Raju has the broom down for Nelson to draw around the red that was just put into the house. Hernandez is looking to generate offense after Raju stole 3 in the 3rd end. So we're now in the 4th, score being 4-1. So this is just a little deep. It's going to go to the back 12-foot and actually threw the house out of play. And so Hernandez, again, looking to generate offense, is hoping to put a stone under the corner guard to try and draw the play to the wings, and then kind of force Raju to respond in kind and maybe get a chance to score 2 points here. So Alec, again, has been curling since 2021. Was the winner at lead at the 2021 Southern California Halloween Fun Spiel, and also the SoCal Center's Holiday Bonspiel that same year. Made it to the semifinal, apologies. Was also the A event quarterfinal at second at the 2022 Hollywood Curling Blockbuster Bonspiel. Was a slideshow division winner at Vice in the 2022 Bay Area Curling Oaktown 5 and Under. And a couple more events and notes we'll revisit as we see Jason Nee throw his first here for Raju. He's been curling 3 years. Notable finishes include the 2023 Suds and Skins Bonspiel in Oakland, A event runner-up as Skip. Also the B winner as Skip at the 2023 Crush Bonspiel in Roseville. And again, that was put on by Wine Country. And we definitely appreciate clubs putting on competitive events like the Crush and the Silicon Valley Bonspiel, which is put on by the Silicon Valley Club, and of course the tournaments that can be hosted at clubs like Coyotes in San Francisco. It's great to have curling throughout the West, and we hope you enjoy it as well. As we see Alan, want to double check the name, Alan Burns make his first shot, looking for some takeout weight here. Curling since 2015, was the winner of the Travolta Cup. Oh, and this is going to miss everything, unfortunately, go through the house out of play. The Travolta Cup is kind of a final farewell game made up of players from teams that were previously eliminated from an event. It's just kind of a fun way to get another game and maximize people's ice time and maximize the ice time in general, because during a championship there's often an extra sheet or two available for play. As Jason gets set for his second here. I think looking to hit the yellow at the top of the house. This looks to be better on target this time. I say this time. I might be conflating Alan's shot with Jason's. In this case, Jason made the shot, made it look good, made it look easy. And that red that was just delivered is outside of the house. So it is Raju sitting one covered in the top of the house. And Hernandez is asking Alan to try a double takeout. So the rock merrily makes its way down the way. I think it's definitely going to make contact with one of the rocks. It does hit the guard, and the shooter's going to roll out of play as well. So as Raju sitting one exposed to the top of the house, as Raju takes control of the house for his next shot, as Amal gets set into the hack. Amal Masalma has been curling for 10 years, was recently at the 2023 Pan-Continental Curling Championships, participating in the B division as skip of the team from Saudi Arabia, whose international code is KSA, which I believe is for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's just, when you see KSA stand out, it kind of makes you wonder what the K stands for. But in this case, Amal was on the mark, able to raise the red to the back 8 area. And so now Raju is sitting 2. And Hernandez is really looking to see what to do here. So Dan McCarthy is making his way down the ice. Some fun facts about Dan McCarthy, who's been curling for 9 years, since 2014. Was the mixed doubles champion at the 2023 California Curling Championship, and that is an event for clubs in California. Was the C event winner as second at the 2023 Hollywood Curling on Location Bonspiel, which was here at Coyotes. And he enjoys playing all positions. This rock, I believe they're looking to lock it on or tap the shot red back, but this could be over curling a bit. Looking at it swing, it's going to swing to the Raju red at the top of the house. So if the weight was maybe just a little bit more up, it would, I think, may have made it, but that's also thinking about how the maybe needed a bit more ice too. So now Raju's looking to put another one in the top 8 foot for Amal's second. Amal was also a winner at several other Bonspiels, including the 2023 Suds and Skins as a B event, playing Vice in third. D event winner at the 2023 Silicon Valley Bonspiel, playing as skip. And he was also the C winner at the 2018 Royal City Friday Afternoon Trade League in New Westminster, British Columbia. So it's a pretty varied experience there. This is coming up a little bit light. It's going to settle in as a guard. But this is a situation where the path is of most importance, and it does appear to be on the center line, blocking the easy draw or the easy shot. And so now Hernandez is going out a bit wider to draw for Dan McCarthy's second shot at Vice.
And he goes, well, that was woefully inside. I can't see anything. I missed the room by 14. Yeah. The room was up here. I go home and listen to
So here's Dan's second shot coming down the way. Looking to draw the forefoot to get behind that center guard there. And again, this rock is over curling, is going to get around that center guard, and it just kisses, it just whips off of that red at the top and will spin to the wing as a corner guard. And so Raju is not wasting any time to put the broom back down for another center guard. Amal holding the broom for his skip. So Raju's getting set in the hack as Amal has the broom down. And let's see, let's kind of clock his time to see how he does. Again, measuring kind of near the line from where Raju releases the rock to where it crosses that same line on the other side of the ice. This is Raju's first here in the fourth end. So I think looking for T-line weight would be about 14.5 seconds. And they're looking to put up a guard, so this is going to be maybe closer to 15.5. And I got 13.8 roughly, and it's going to be closer to T. And my stopwatch may have been a little inaccurate. But it does put another counter into the house for Team Raju. They're now sitting at 3. Hernandez was talking things over with Burnt, who's holding the broom for his skip. Basically, I think they're going to maybe try to move some of these rocks around, maybe eliminate some of the Raju counters. Hernandez gets set in the hack. Some of the other events that Hernandez has played at include the Southern California Center's Last Chance 5 and Under qualifier, the Taco Spiel at Hollywood Curling, a whole lot of MoPac events. He's been a fun sight to have at MoPac events, and it's great that he and his rink are here tonight. Looking to move some granite around. It's on the guard. It gets one. Gets them both. So, some laughter from the comment gallery saying David doesn't suck, which at curling. So, at least for this shot, that is true. And that double takeout was brought to you by doubletakeout.com. So. Looking to see the last rocks here coming for Sheet B. On Sheet C, they're wrapping up the fourth end here. So I'm going to maybe switch cameras to see the last rock. As Raju gets set in the hack for his last. So let's see here. Sorry. So on sheet C, the battle between Team Blasty and Team Aubrey. Aubrey has the hammer, throwing last rocks here. Let's take a peek over there and see how that end is going to shape out. There's a lot of rocks in the house, and Aubrey's throwing the red rocks. Currently, Blasty is sitting 1, 3, and 4, with Aubrey sitting second shot. So let's see how her last shot comes down. And it's going to be very close. It's past the yellow guard. Hits, oh, beauty, but not enough. She did everything possible, but it does appear to be, we have more rocks. My ability to count rocks remains unparalleled through this event. Who's hammer? I thought it was Aubrey. Pardon? Blasty. Oh, Blasty. So they didn't post a score for the third end?
They did.
Oh, I see it there. Okay. I need to get my eyes checked. So Blasty has the hammer. Oh my goodness. So Blasty has the hammer. They're sitting 1. Now they're looking for a chance for 2 here. And Aubrey, I think, opened things up to score here. Kind of opened up the side of the sheet. And on sheet B, we have dueling stones coming down the ice. It's kind of fascinating. Seeing who's going to get there first. It's going to be Hernandez. Going to hit the yellow. It's a little heavy, and it's going to go through the 12 there. Looking at sheet C, looking for a draw to the edge of the button. This is just a little overswept, it looks like, and it's just going to be 1 for Blasty, if I'm correct, 1 for Blasty. So, taking another point on the scoreboard as they head into the 4th end break. It's 4-1 Blasty over Aubrey. We'll keep an eye on that game as all the teams are on their, well, these 2 teams are on their 4th end break. Let's take a walk around the sheets real quick. On sheet A, the game between Team Feldman of Wine Country and Team Hashi of Hollywood. They're in their 4th end. They are tied at 2-2 after Feldman scored 2 in the 3rd.
Yeah, well, I need to go to the big game break.
And this appears to be the
1 minute break. It should
first
I
skip stone for Team Hashi with the hammer. Looking to hit and stick. It hits and it does roll wide
but it wouldn't let me do it after 3
to the edge of the 8 foot.
So I'm gonna have to give him like a 4.
We'll stay with this. See how this end finishes. Am I in your guys' way? I can move. Okay. So now Feldman playing with the red rocks, facing 2 yellows without the hammer. She's looking to draw something up. I should have taken the call. They're looking at drawing on the right side here, and this is the sheet that faces the wall that is most outdoors. The wall on the other side is an interior wall, so the temperature variations don't change as much. So Feldman makes her way down the ice. They're looking to draw here. Facing 2 And also, Team Hashi is a team where Hashi does not throw fourth rocks. Another player does.
If someone's listening to my voicemail, they're also
So Feldman gets set in the hack. Oh, she's stepping into the hack. Let's maybe kind of stand behind Leanne and see how. Now I'm in people's way. Now. Oh no! I try to be accommodating for people. Looking to draw. Looks like a little up weight. I think maybe looking to hit and roll a little bit. So it's by the guards. It's going to sit down. It's a little heavy, and so it's going to wick off of the yellow and roll to the back of the 12. So the door is open for Team Hashi to draw for 3 points here, and to take a 3 point to get 3 points, and to take a 5-2 lead into the break.
Yeah, this thing would not let me activate the mid-game break for some reason, so I'm just... Yeah, it's like right now.
Looking to draw, they just need to touch the 8 foot to take that third shot there. And this is the last rock coming for the team from Hollywood.
Well, it would be. Yeah, I mean... So I just told them I'm hand timing it, and when it shows, I told them how much time they have, and when it shows 1 minute, it's actually 1 minute left. So I'm just going to use...
So this weight looks a little up. Alyssa, they might be using the red in the back for backing, perhaps. Sitting down, though, it's going to kiss the yellow, push it back slightly, but not enough to change the outcome. It's a score of 3 with the hammer. Team Hashi taking a 5-2 lead into the fourth end break. So just going to move down the rest of the ice as it appears the sheet D has finished their break. So. Sheet D here. And underway, it looks like both teams were able to score multiple point ends. As it's the team that had the early lead of 3-0 after 3, but then the other team came roaring back, and the other team's name escapes me briefly. Well, double check that, but the other team scored 4 points and then stole the fourth end, so it's currently 5-3 in favor of the glittery purple people. So that's our trip around the rings. We'll be back in just a moment for our team coverage of the 2024 MoPac Men's and Women's Club Playdowns.
And then, are you leaving your stuff like that?
I didn't hear you. Oh, yeah.
So, well, they figured that some games would go like 6-5. They jump out there and do a couple games.
Rocks and play. We're underway with the fifth end of our men's tiebreaker game between Team Raju of San Francisco Bay Area Curling and Team Hernandez of Orange County. The score is looks to be 4-1. Let me double check that on bondspieler.com. So Hernandez has the hammer in this end. And yes, Yeah, the fourth end score has not been posted on sheet B. So as soon as we know, I'll let you guys know. We are in the fifth end. Hernandez does have the hammer. Second stone coming from Raju's lead. The Raju red rolls past the center guard onto the left side. The Hernandez leads. Alec Mitchell just set. This looks like it is it curled into the center guard, which led to a no-tech rule violation. For years, there's been a rule where you can't fully remove a guard until after the fifth rock at the end has been played. Since the past year or so, in competitive curling, there's been a new rule for the center line guards, where you can't, an opponent can't dislodge their opponent's center line guard from the center line until after the fifth rock at the end. And so unfortunately, Alex Stone curled into the Raju center guard, moved it off the line, and so the offending stone was removed and the original stone was replaced. Here's Jason coming now with his first. And looking to draw around, I believe, that center guard. That's one of the reasons why the center guards are there, to help generate offense. This is going to be a little light, going to crash on their own center line guard. And again, you can do whatever you want with your own rocks. It's just the opponent's stones that are of concern. So Hernandez has the broom down for Alan Burnt. Looking to put the broom, I think they're looking to draw on top of the red that's in the house. Looks like they threw a decent amount of weight. It's going to, I believe, clear one of the guards, and the shooter itself is going to roll to the side of the top 12 on the right. So it's Raju sitting shot stone and Hernandez sitting the second. And only one team can score per end. And Jason gets set for his second stone here in the end. Looking to draw around. No, actually looking to hit the yellow, and it only just kisses that yellow, and was going to roll out of the house before Raju stopped it. So unfortunate miss there from Jason Lee. And so now, after Alan cleared one of the red guards, Hernandez is asking Alan to take out the red shot stone in the center of the house. Rocks away. It might be a little bit, I thought it might be wide, but I think they're sweeping to hold the line. It's over curling, actually. So they're going to hang on. It does, but the shooter itself is going to roll through the house and out of play. So two pretty good upweight shots there from Alan Burnt. And yes, he is related to the Austin Burnt, who is the stip of Team Burnt. And here's Amal's first here. Looking to take out the yellow Hernandez stone. That's the shot stone. And it looks like it's going to be pretty close. And actually it misses it. So a couple misses on that side of the sheet. And so now it gives Hernandez a chance to split the rings and to really generate some offense, being down 4-1 here in the fifth end of a possible 8 ends.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
You too. Take care.
At some point again, I'm sure.
And that rock for Hernandez slips to the tee line, sitting 4 shots, and Raju is going to ask Amal to take it on. Let's see how well Amal's takeouts are during this path. Looks like it started a little wide, but it's coming back. And I think it's going to make some contact. And it's a pretty solid nose hit. Gets rid of the yellow and is now Raju sitting shots. So Hernandez is asking his vice, Dan McCarthy, to take that red shot on. I'll figure out how to say words at some points. This looks to be a little on the wide side, but it's enough to kick the red out of play, and the shooter's going to roll to the left side of the 12-foot and hang on. So the rings are about as split as you can split them. You can put a lot of bananas in there. I imagine if you did the math, you could probably fit 11 billion bananas in that house. So, or at least 50 Earths. So I might be confusing this house with Jupiter. Hard to say. Although Jupiter, you can fit every other planet in the solar system with room to spare. So you can fit a whole heck of a lot of bananas in Jupiter. And that's a fun fact. So this is Raju's first, looking to hit the yellow on the wing on the right, and I think maybe roll back towards the center if he can. And this looks like it's pretty close to being on the money. Gets the yellow, and the shooter is actually going to roll out. So now it gives Hernandez a chance to again draw to the right side of the house and do the banana split all over again. But I will not do the banana jokes. Although I did see last night being the first night of Hanukkah, I did see a menorah that was a banana shaped. It was a banana menorah or banana menorah. I don't quite know how they made that association, but it looked cute, and I imagine some people might enjoy having a banana menorah to light for the Festival of Lights. And so Hernandez is looking to draw to the right here with his first, holding the hammer in the fifth end. This is going to be light, though. It's not going to have enough pepper to get to the house. And so now Raju, having cleaned the right side of the house, is grabbing a bottle of Windex and a squeegee, looking to wipe up the left side of the house. If this metaphor holds. He's going to do a Swiffer or something. And let's see how squeaky clean Raju's shot is going to be here. This looks pretty good from the release. I think the sweepers are trying to push it over a little bit. I think they want to stick around. Oh my gosh, it didn't curl. And so now Hernandez, after keeping the sheet pretty clean, the house pretty clean, has a draw for 2 with his last as they make their way down the ice. You can also see in the background there a ticking clock that is to indicate how much time each team has remaining thinking time. Both teams start off with 30 minutes, and they have that amount of time to play 8 ends of regulation curling. If they run out of time, they run out of game, they lose. So it's important to keep an eye on the clock. But it looks like both teams have plenty of time to finish 3 ends. You look to take about 3 to 3.5 minutes to play an end, so they are ahead of pace. So Hernandez's first shot was light. Definitely need to make sure it has enough to touch paint for a second point. And Hernandez is jumping in now on the sweep. Needs to make sure it gets there. And they're getting every inch out, and it's not going to make it. So just so close. And Hernandez pulled the string there for that second shot. So it's good enough for 1. Roger still leads 4-2 as Raju will drop the hammer and take it into the 6th end. Ongoing coverage of the 2024 men's and women's club playdowns is presented by doubletakeout.com. Doubletakeout.com, if you have a chance to check it out, is a ongoing updated listing of the top teams of curling from around the world, both men's, women's, and mixed doubles. Each week, Ken Palmer rotates the results from the curling events from around the world, crunches the numbers, and comes up with what he calls the world's best curling ranking system. And you can see for yourself at doubletakeout.com. Once again, that's doubletakeout.com. So as it gets set for the 6th end here, Raju has the hammer and a 2-point lead. There's a bit of a technical snafu where it looks like there may have been like a 5-minute timeout in play here. So someone noted on the live stream that they enjoyed the split view. It is one of the options that we can do. I like to kind of keep the focus on the play as it goes down the ice, showing as the rocks move across the ice. But the split view is great. I do like to throw it in the mix, and I don't mind putting it back into the mix. But also, this is a fully produced curling broadcast, and we definitely want to give you as close a feel as possible to the curling on TV experience.
Yeah, it's been a big deal.
So the first stone coming from Alec Mitchell. Here comes the first stone from Nelson Rogers.
Never really seen anybody actually decide to get
Thank you. Again, talking about curling on TV, thank you for everyone who is tuning in, if it's on a phone, a tablet, a computer, or a TV. We definitely are trying to provide a solid viewing experience regardless of the device. Aside from, we haven't done TikToks yet. I don't know if we are going to get into TikTok. or the TikTok. Raju's first stone of the end goes into the house, and so Hernandez is going to take that on with Alex's second stone here at the end. Taking a look around the rings here. And again, all the scores are being posted on bondsplay.com. This is coming up a bit heavy, and they weren't going to take on the Raju Red. They were going to try and draw around the center, and it was heavy. It goes through the house, out of play. So the back and forth game on sheet 8 continues as Team Hachi took a 3 spot in the fourth end to jump up 5-2 over Team Feldman. They're about to finish their fifth end. Sheet B is our feature game, a tiebreaker between Team Raju and Team Hernandez. Again, the winner of this game will go on to the quarterfinal tomorrow morning, bright and early. Sheet C is a tight battle between two top teams in the women's field. Team Aubrey of Coyotes taking on Team Blasty of San Francisco. Looks like they just finished their fifth end, throwing rocks back home in the sixth end, trying to espy a score. And it looks like Aubrey was forced to 1 in the fifth, so currently it's Blasty 4, Aubrey 2. As the rocks are in play here in the sixth end on sheet C. And then on sheet D, the final women's game of the night, Team Grove Coyotes taking on Team Juilliard of Coyotes. Started off with Grove jumping up to a 3-0 lead after 2 ends. And, Hernandez had to do a little bit of a hopscotch there to avoid getting hit by the red rock. Sounds like a fun game to play at recess, just like Red Rover. Minus the arm injuries, I suppose. So going back to sheet D, Team Grove is up 3-0, but Juilliard responded with 7 unanswered points to take a 7-3 lead here in the sixth end. So Jason's rock is going to hopefully make some play on the Hernandez yellow. It does, and the shooter's going to roll a little closer to the center. So Alan Burnt is in the house. He's in the hack, hoping to get a rock in the house. And hits and rolls. So the game is truly afoot. As Jason Nee gets set, I think they're going to make a play on the Hernandez rock that just hit and rolled. Looks like it's going to hit and just get the 1 as the other rock scoots past the house out of play.
Down 3.
So it looks like Hernandez is going to draw, I believe, as Dan McCarthy's shot is away. Looking to guard, I believe, the shot stone. So it's important to make sure that the line is solid, and it is. It is covering almost all of that yellow, and so Raju's kind of indicating what shot to take for Amal here, settling on, I believe, clearing the guard here, as Raju is calling for peel weight for Amal's first here. So looking to peel some guards here. Looks like it needs to come back just a smidge, and it will. It does peel the guard. Oh, but it whips off of the yellow, but then goes through the house, causing no disturbance to the rocks in the house. So it's Hernandez sitting 1, Raju sitting second stone. And looks like Hernandez is going to put the guard back up, asking for Vice Dan McCarthy to take the action here. So again, the line is of a critical importance, and unfortunately, I don't think it came back enough. And also, it's a little high, so there's definitely a path for Raju to get to that yellow stone. If you look at it from the face-on view, you can definitely see that there is a corner for Amal to kick that yellow out of the house. Jason's really pounding the ice in front of that stone, but it looks like it's going to crash on the yellow guard. So the guard did its job. I'm a bit skeptical, but mission accomplished with Alan Burns' second stone there. So now we're in. It was McCarthy's second stone. My apologies. It was McCarthy's guard that did the job. Good job, Mr. McCarthy. So it looks like they're going to try and put the guard back up. Started as part of the team that doesn't have the Hammers plan to control the front and center of the house. Parker score multiple points here at this end. Here's David Hernandez's first of the end, playing with the yellow rocks. So this is going to settle in as a guard, and it seems to curl a little too much. But it's still very much a solid guard there as Raju and Amal map out their shot call here. And this is probably one of the most colorful uniform matchups that we've seen. There's been some colorful uniforms. There's been some loud uniforms, if loud is a color. On sheet D, the team Grow is playing with purple sparkly uniforms, which definitely adds a bit of panache to the ice. Sparkly, but no sequins, which is good because sequins are bad for curling ice. This shot from Raju rests on the guard. So the guard does its job. The shooter rolls out of play. Some applause for some of the action on sheet C. As it looks like Vlaski's team made a great shot to sit 2 or 3 on sheet C. On sheet B, we have Hernandez hitting 1, Raju hitting second shot. And it looks like Hernandez is going to put up another guard. This is a situation, again, where why not try and put another counter in the ring instead of force Raju to respond to it. And again, it depends on your ability to make the shot. I know I sometimes look to do that and I miss, which happens. But again, the guard is placed up. And again, the chances of missing the guard are also possible. So the guard's back up, but there's a corner exposed for the yellow shot stone. And Maul has the broom right next to it. Looking at the head-on view, it's probably about just half buried, maybe 2/3 open. And so there's an opportunity here for Raju with the right weight to hit and stick around for 2. So here is the last rock, last stone, 6th end. Sorry for sounding like a snake there. So this has a lot of weight on it. Is it going to get there? It's around the guard and needs to hit it right on the schnoz. It hits on the schnoz, and that's good for 2. So Raju adds 2 to his lead. And we're at 6-2, Raju over Hernandez, headed into the 7th end. We'll be right back to the 2024 MoPac Men's and Women's Club Playdowns, coming to you live from the Coyotes Curling Club. Oh, actually, they're shaking hands. So, okay, that's a early end, but not a bad end, especially for Team Raju. Team Raju will advance to the quarterfinals, where I believe I'm going to kind of shout at Ken really quickly to confirm really quickly. So please hold for a moment. Ken's conversing. So we do have some time for bonus coverage, and I'm happy to shift the attention to Sheet C. We'll be back with that game in just a moment. So naturally, I can maybe switch locations and then ask Ken the question. So, Ken, with the tiebreaker, is that the 8th seed team then? Are they facing the 1 in the morning? Okay. Okay. They shook hands, Raju won. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they shook hands. They're grabbing their gear and getting out the ice. So, sounds like Raju is going to be the 6th seed, so that they'll have a date with the 5 seed. Is it a 5-6 game? Or 3? It's a 4-5 game, and then 3-6. Yeah, and then yeah. Okay. So a good outcome for Team Raju. It was. It's good to have teams get more competition, and we're going to shift to focus. My attention is split, so that's why I'm kind of distracted right now. Going to kind of scoot in front of people. As we see how the game is shaping up between Team Blasty and Team Aubrey. This looks much cooler on TV when they have like the camera pan to the neighboring sheets. In this case, it's just me and my handheld iPhone. They're kicking the stones off. Was it just 1 for Blasty there? Yes. Okay. So Blasty is ahead in this game comfortably and added another single to their total. Looks like we're about to start the 7th end.
Yeah. Red was sitting. I never been doing this all the time. These are my curling pants, so it's like I just changed my shoes. It's like, all right, we got him.
So as we continue the coverage here, going to update the scoreboard.
But then he fixed it. The second time.
That's like how you're supposed to time.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job fucking up the time.
Yeah, you're welcome. So it's actually a cascading failure because I fucked up the first and and then everything past that just assumed that there was like an N behind where it was, and that gave me no option to override that. Yeah. Cool. Now I know. Don't do like every time.
So opening rocks here in the 7th end where Blasty appears to have a 5-2 lead, waiting for them to put up the score. And that would mean Aubrey has a hammer. Aubrey hails from the Coyotes Curling Club. This is their home ice. Taking on Team Blasty for Skip Blasty. It was her home ice until about earlier this year, where she went to graduate school at Stanford, where she's pursuing her doctorate. Going to be right back. I might pan up to the overhead cameras so people can see what's happening on the other side of the sheets, and I'll be right back. Sorry, and I'm sorry if I'm in your space.
No, you're fine.
No, I'm good. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So looking at the overhead here, I'm maybe not training people's way here. So looking at the overhead here, going to zoom in. Again, it looks like Blasty has pretty good command of the ends, sitting shot stone buried. And moving down to the delivery here. So this looks to be the next rock coming from Blasty. Is it Blasty? Yes, it's Blasty. Shifting games in the middle of an event is kind of interesting. I don't, you know, Vic makes it look so easy on TV. Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, I can do that. But it'd be too disruptive. So, yeah, thank you. Although I say that. All right, I'm going to move this camera, and I'm going to maybe re-angle the cameras that we have and see what we can do. That might make things interesting. I'll be right back.
Oh, that's okay.
Because like,
We'll be all
Ooh, sorry. All right, we're back. We've angled the cameras to show more of the action on sheet C, where this is the last remaining. There's 2 games on the ice still.
I know, it's kind of literally my logic. Was like, I want both. Like, Adam said, like, so last game we did, and I was already, like, well into the thought process of doing it.
So it looks like Blasky is making her way down the ice for the first of 2 skip stones. She does not have the hammer this end. And it looks like they just want to draw to the, maybe put up a guard, just kind of secure the 3 yellow rocks they have in play as the shot's underway. This looks pretty good. This could be in a position to... I thought it might tap the yellow that's in the house, that's shot stone, but it does settle as a cover in front of the shot stone. And now for the skip it team, Aubrey, really looking to see what to do here. I think they're just going to try and draw around just based on where the Vice has her broom. And here we go, looking to draw, I believe. And this needs to get around the center stones and sit in the back of the forefoot. This is coming up a little light, I believe, where it's going to make contact with the yellow in the top of the house. It does kiss off the top yellow, rolls to the wing. It does cut Blasky down to just a single shot stone. Yeah, but Blasky did hit that out and then be sitting 5. And then Aubrey faces a difficult situation. So Blasky is looking to blast, as it were, hitting the red Aubrey stone out of the way.
You were the most normal customer in the It literally, like, my brain broke. I was trying to do 20%, and I
calling for a sweep. The line's pretty good, it looks like. It does hit the red out of the way. The shooter sticks around, and so now Blasky is sitting 5, and Aubrey quickly makes her way down the ice. And based on where they have the broom, I think they're just trying to perhaps draw. Is there a port there? There appears to be a port. Oh, they changed the broom though. Now they're going to the other side of the ice. Yeah, there was a port, but it's a pretty narrow port actually. So Aubrey gets set in the hack for the last rock of the 7th end here.
Concert that Sydney and I are going to go to. About 5 seconds. Sure. They already got a survey. Yeah, and they're like, oh, into this room. Yeah. But
so
think back to the moment you saw this ad.
I think they think it's going to crash, and so this is not a great outcome for Aubrey. It's going to be close. It just kisses the top yellow and rolls to the wing, and it looks like Blasky is going to steal a single point. So Blasky takes a 6-2 lead into this 8th end here. And we'll be back in just a moment with our continuing coverage of, or bonus coverage from the latest draw of the 2024 Men's and Women's Club Playdowns presented by DoubleTakeout.com.
Up for without? Yeah,
You're paying some money to fill out these surveys, so yeah, but like this is a way less. Google Ads provide high quality ad experience.
Sure, yeah, that actually is. Yeah.
It's dumb business speak, but it at least is like common, like basic shit.
I think of what they're asking. Google, I need you to
Rocks in play. We're underway here in this 8th end here. Team Blaster has a 6-2 lead over Team Aubrey. As we see the lead Rocks here. Well, you can see the lead Rocks here now. So this appears to be a situation where Blasty is going to essentially try to run Team Aubrey out of rocks. Looking to put up a corner guard, and that mission is accomplished.
and they do what's right. Yeah, they're able to pay you because they don't sell any of it.
Pretty good opportunity. That's how it works.
It's so weird when I can't hear myself speak. So it looks like Lasky is going to try and draw around that center yellow, but it's a bit wide. And Aubrey's going to escort it from the premises.
I agree. Like a month.
Net struts away for Team Aubrey.
I keep saying that. Like every time it comes up, it's like you're going to they're at least 3 numbers. I mean, I appreciate that they're trying to make it,
This appears to have gotten around the corner guard. So Aubrey is a sitting shot rock. And Blasky's asking for her teammates. Was looking to do the takeout, but now has the broom down for the draw. Trying to draw around the center yellow rock.
Yeah, they have like 2 or 3 more.
Now the other side of that don't matter. It might just
This looks to be maybe a little heavy, as Aubrey's going to be able to jump on it and sweep it to the back of the house. But it sat down. So that looked to be a good shot there from the lead, I believe, of Lasky. And so it is open, and so I think Aubrey's going to make a play on that stone. It looks like it might wreck on one of the yellows. It does, and it rolls to the wing. And so Skip Vlasky has the broom down to start taking out some of these reds.
That's all right, I was close enough. Whoa! Hey! Hit the lights! Back on.
Degree of difficulty.
So we had a bit of some polytechnics happening. Someone accidentally hit the light switch on the way out of the ice house. They continue with the shot, and they're continuing with play. So I guess they're going to kind of let that stand. It does remind me of a story I heard during one of the Briars a long time ago. There was a power outage, and during the power outage, one of the teams decided to move all of their rocks into the house, and so that when the lights came back on, it looked like they were scoring 8 points. So that didn't quite happen here today. As Aubrey draws another red into the house. Every shot from this point forward, I believe, needs to count for Aubrey. Well, they need to be sitting 4, so they still have a couple rocks to play with.
Tuesday for sure.
And the next stone coming from Team Blasty looks to be a blaster, as it's going to make contact on one of the reds, and the second red is going to go towards the back of the 12-foot. And so Aubrey has the broom down, wasting no time to try and draw another rock around the corner guard, the sole protection on the ice. This looks pretty close. Needs to make sure it gets around the guard and is sitting as a counter, and it is. Let's see how far buried it gets. And it's moderately buried. I think it's definitely a stone that Blasky is going to be able to use to make a play on. Timeout's been called by Blasky as the rest of her team quickly make their way down the ice to talk over the situation. And the debate appears to be which stone to try and make a play on. As someone in the war room does note, they're up 4. They just basically need to remove counting rocks from the house. But this is a situation where I think they want to make sure they're making the best call. They are playing. They're both atop of the table here, and Blasky is in a position to win this game and take sole possession of the top of the leaderboard, heading into the last day of round robin play tomorrow. And so the decision's made to make a hit on the red in the back of the 12. As players make their way back down to the other side of the ice. And the timeout was up to 90 seconds, just for those keeping track at home. Again, looking to hit that red in the back. And it looks like the shot's going to be made. And the shooter rolls away. That they don't need the shooter. Keeping an open house. And Aubrey is looking to try and score 4 here. They do have the hammer. And next shot's away for Team Aubrey. And again, looking to just draw another stone into the house behind whatever cover is available. And it does draw it to the back 12. And it's covered somewhat, at least from this view. However, it does appear that Blasky could get to it. And we are already at skip stones, and so if Blasky makes a stone get away, the chances of Aubrey scoring 4 are going to be very close to 0. As the broom's on the ice, the device is subs.
Well, no, I mean it's half open. It's half open from the one in the house. That's fully open. You hit either one.
So again, just looking to make some contact, get one of those to go away, and Aubrey might throw her next stone, but it might be handshakes, just because of the difficulty of making a chance, making a shot to sit 4. It's going to get 1 red. It goes out of play. And that is handshakes as Blasky secures the win and the top spot so far in the women's round robin play. They do have one more day of round robin to go, and we'll bring it to you. We're going to really recap the game times tomorrow, and we're going to sign off. Thanks for everyone letting me sit next to them and yammer for a few minutes on end. So just to recap the schedule for tomorrow, we're going to start things off in the morning with a men's quarterfinal play. We might move cameras again to see the best possible matchup, but it's going to be men's quarterfinals at 9 a.m. At 12:30, we're going to see women's round robin play continue. Then at 4:30, it's a mix of men's semifinals taking on, and then the women's women's round robin, and then the men's final is going to be at 8:30. So again, the times are 9, 12:30, 4:30, and 8:30. We have another quadruple header of action set for coverage. I'm running out of words. It's been a long day. But once again, just another shout out to our presenting sponsor. That is going to be doubletakeout.com. Doubletakeout.com again is one of the most comprehensive curling ranking sites that I've seen, and we're very happy to have them as a presenting sponsor. But for now, for all of us here at MoPac Coyotes Curling Club, doubletakeout.com. This is your host Ryan Olson saying good night, good curling. We'll see you bright and early Saturday morning.